If I can pass this to you, we've just found one.
Okay.
Okay. Was that throw okay? What would you give that?
So we'll practice later.
Okay.
Okay, so assalamualaikum guys. My name is Yakin. I'm currently a university student and also a Falcons All-Star player. So I'm just going to briefly explain to you, talk to you about my journey in basketball and what obstacles I had to go through to get to where I am today and how hard I had to work, to get to here. So I originally started playing basketball, sports in general, at the age of 10, which is year 5, if I'm not wrong. Year 5, year 6? Yeah? I'm getting a bit old, so I don't really know. But I would say year 5, and I played throughout secondary school, so I played every single sport you can think of. Tennis, basketball, badminton. I was involved in everything. And then it came to obviously GCSEs, and you all know GCSEs is important. You have to work. That's the point where that's it. You have to concentrate now. So I had to drop out a few sports and choose the one that I enjoyed the most, which was basketball, obviously. So I carried on playing basketball, concentrated on my GCSEs, and alhamdulillah passed my GCSEs. I then went to college and did my A-levels. And played sports, still carried on playing basketball. So I actually played for East Midlands. I represented my county, my Leicestershire. I played for Leicestershire. And then so then when it got to my second year, unfortunately, unlucky for me, I actually had to stop playing basketball due to there was a basketball ban, hijab ban. So you was not allowed to play with a hijab professionally. That was my dream, was to play professional basketball, and unfortunately I wasn't allowed to do that, so I actually stopped. But I didn't stop completely. I still loved playing basketball, so I carried on playing with my friends here and there, go to the park and play with my friends. But when it came to playing professionally, I wasn't allowed to, so I actually had to stop. So I carried on with my studies, carried on playing with my friends. I then went to university, alhamdulillah, my first year. And that's where the Falcons came along and saved my life. And the hijab ban actually got lifted for my first year of university, alhamdulillah. So, when the Falcons came up to me and said, we're having trials. Does everyone know what trials is? Yeah. So where you play and then you get chosen to play for a team. Yeah, so I had to do trials for the Falcons basketball team in London, and alhamdulillah I actually got picked for the basketball team to play for Falcons, and the hijab ban got lifted. So since I got chosen for the Falcons, I have never ever looked back or thought about, I stopped, I'm going to have to work extra hard compared to other people. I didn't think of that. I went straight on. I was like, I'm going to carry on playing basketball. Since then, I haven't not stopped. I train like 3 to 4 times a week whilst being a full-time student at university. And you all know, I'm sure you heard that university is not the easiest thing. It's quite difficult, deadlines. You have to meet the deadlines. You can't say, oh, my dog ate my homework, or my dog ate this, or, my baby sister ripped my homework. You can't do that. You have a deadline, you have to get to the deadline. So, alhamdulillah, playing basketball, which is my dream. Hopefully to play, go far, play for the England team. I get opportunities, inshallah. We're actually going to be playing the O2 London Arena. Does anyone know what that is? Yeah, so we're actually playing in May in front of 15,000 people for the finals. We're actually we're going to play, the O2 Arena, which is a big, huge thing. Alhamdulillah, and there's going to be the England scouts and everyone's going to be there, so I'm hoping to get picked for the England team, inshallah. So, that's my dream.
So you're going to make dua for her?
Yeah, please. So all I want to say is, you just have to be ready to put in a lot of work. You have to work hard to obviously to get what you want to get. Whether you want to be a teacher, whether you want to play basketball, whether you want to, everything you want to do, you have to be ready to put a lot of work and have motivation. You can't give up. You always have to. You get to a point where you want to give up. You don't want to carry on. It's getting hard, but all you have to do is put your head up and just think. At the end of it, you get the results. You might not get it straight away. You might not get it tomorrow. It will take time to get where you want to get. But as long as you carry on, you're motivated. And of course, the main one is have, iman. Allah, you have to have Allah. Like, without, praying and be close to God, you're not going to get anywhere. Honestly, me personally, speaking for myself, throughout my journey, I could honestly say I am where I am because of Allah, because I had a strong relationship with Allah. To this day, alhamdulillah, I still got a strong relationship. Allah always put Him first before anything. Always put Allah first, and you'll get where you want to get. And of course, work hard, be ready to work, to get, put in a lot of work, but you get there at the end of the day. Yeah?
What you put in is what you're going to get out.
Exactly.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, alhamdulillah. We don't, yeah.
Have you guys has anyone got any questions or anything before?
No? So you're all going to raise money for all these orphan girls and children that are out there. Yeah? You need to take your sponsorship forms home, and I want you to try your very, very best, okay? Remember, for every pound or every 50 pence or every 10 pence, these children are waiting for it, okay? And you're going to get sawab for it, and all the people that actually did donate will. You will also get our lovely goodie bags as well. So if you raise over £50, then everybody gets these goodie. Even for boys, it doesn't mean just because it's got these. You can give it to your sisters or your mums or your cousins or whoever.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say that although I play basketball to a high level now, every time we play games, people actually give us money, and that goes to the orphans in Syria and Iraq. So we're trying to build a school, and provide them with sports faculties, and let them play, let them have opportunities, as we're doing for you guys. We're here to give you guys opportunities that I wasn't able to get when I was a kid. So I never got someone, professional, or someone that plays such a high level of sports or anything come into my school and give me an assembly and show me that you can get where you want to get. So we're trying to provide you guys with opportunities, help you with anything you guys want to help, whether it's with sports or anything like that. But at the same time, we're trying to help people who are less fortunate and in Iraq and Syria, and help them as well. And that's what we want you guys to do as well. So do what you do, but at the same time, help the less fortunate and get them to where they want to get as well. Yeah.
There's our other Falcons all-star.
You have a question?
No, I just wanted to say, my teacher raised a sports relief gift. These are sports relief balls. The cricket ball, there's a golf ball, and there's a football. We raised a pound. He got £40 by the end of the day at one class, and he spends it all on sports things for the young children who are poor and have no houses. In Sainsbury's, you can get as many of these as you want to sell for £1 each, and if you can get over about 10 people to do it, there are 5 times. There are 2 wristbands, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 golf ball, 1 blue ball, 1 red ball, and this football. If you would like, you can sell them to the entire class, and you will raise up a lot of money.
MashaAllah, yeah. And it's not, you don't need to raise money by asking people to give you money. You can do it any way you want to do, whether it's selling cakes, doing cupcakes, any way that it's easy for you to have money. Get money for the orphans, then do it. As long as
you decide how you want to do it. We're not here to tell you you have to do it this way, and we're not here to pressurize you as well. Inshallah, whatever you do is going to be appreciated for these children as well. And we would like these children to send you a message to your school to say thank you very much for helping us. And hopefully, inshallah, you're all going to make dua for them as well. It's not just about raising money for them; it's about supporting them, making dua for them. And again, like I said, he's come up with such a good idea about the little ball and that. You can decide what you want to do, okay? You can do whatever you want. There was a little boy in a school that I went, and he said to me that he's going to run a mile, or God knows how many miles, and I was like, oh, good luck then. And he said, I'm going to raise money like that. So I said, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to leave some sponsorship forms for you to take home, yeah? Sabrina, would you like to say anything to the class?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I just wanted to add to what Yakin was saying.
Do you want to stand up and I'll take some pictures as well?
In Islam, just stroking a young orphan's hair, for every single hair on their head, you get thawab. So imagine actually helping towards feeding them or supporting them, or just any little effort that you make in front of Allah's eyes, you are getting a lot of thawab. Because imagine you are all little children here, alhamdulillah, you all have education, you all have parents, you all have the support and love and care that you all need. So just put yourself in the situation of these little kids. They don't have their mom, they don't have their dad, they don't even have education like everyone else, like you're getting. So I just want you to always, even if you can't help them physically, just make dua for them. Because who knows, today it's them, tomorrow it can easily be any one of us. So just make sure that, inshallah, you will keep them in your du'as, and any little help, thought will be much appreciated, inshallah.
Do you have any questions for us? Like, you don't just want to go straight into doing this. But before we go, I'm going to show you a video of what our team looks like, how they play, what the product is. So inshallah, how it plays. It's a quick interview from the other zero.
And for Muslim women who play across the world, they hope the start of new opportunities. After a long-standing campaign, the hijab is finally...
Check the volume for this nowadays.
Here, and then just slip it on. It's a new look for basketball, and for Muslim women who play across the world, they hope the start of new opportunities. After a long-standing campaign, the hijab is finally allowed in the sport.
It's important because more people will see that Muslim women can play and do play and are willing to play as well. And even if we are covered up, it doesn't stop us from playing.
In Leicester, basketball players from across the UK came together as they tried to form the country's first all-Muslim women's team, emboldened by the rule change on head coverings that was approved by the sport's governing body FEC earlier this year.
I think we're going to make a big difference, and even for the young kids, they can see us as one Muslim and actually be able to play basketball and wear hijab. Because I remember when I used to play basketball, I actually stopped for 2 years because of the hijab and didn't play, and now when I heard about the ban, I actually decided to go back.
Asma El-Badawi is the woman behind the new team, known as the Falcons. She was also one of the drivers behind an online campaign promoting the rule change, using petitions and the hashtag #FeberAllowHijab.
We might not see it right now, but gradually in the elite sports we're going to see more Muslim girls in basketball playing with the hijab, college basketball, for example, in America, and in places where basketball is aired, will make a huge impact, because the more people that are seeing women that look like them playing, the more of an impact it will have in the wider community.
Kasa Sakrani made her name known by designing the modest swimwear known as the burkini. She first made the hijibi in 2011.
Gives you that cover, and you're not fiddling around with your hijab, which is a scarf. It just stays in place and allows you to perform the best. It's allowed any, whether it's FIFA or any sports, company, to understand that this product can be worn by anyone and it's not going to cause any hazards.
Sakrani's donated the hijibi to the Falcons. The squad are full of ambition. They want to raise money for kids to play basketball in Iraq and Syria and promote the participation of Muslim women in the sport.
So it doesn't make this whole connotation of, Islam and a woman should oppress. Whereas when they see us playing and we've got hijab and we're all laughing and joking and falling on the floor trying to scratch for the ball, they'll be like, oh, okay, she smiled. Oh, okay, she got the ball. Oh, okay, wait, they're fighting for the ball. It makes it kind of tarnishes that stereotype and kind of opens people's mind.
FEC's decision doesn't just benefit Muslim women. Turbans will now also be permitted on court. But for the Falcons, it's not just about them, but about the younger women who will now have every opportunity to reach the top. Elise Holman, Al Jazeera.
Okay, so that was our very first interview with Al Jazeera. Alhamdulillah, after that we've had so many interviews. So many. Alhamdulillah, that's what we're here to campaign with all the schools and raise money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and do a small basketball session with yourselves, And then you can taste, you can see how you feel about it as well, and you can see what sort of talents you've got as well, inshallah. So you're going to do it with our 2 Falcons All-Star here, okay? Are you all looking forward to that?
Yeah.
So, do you want to change or you? Yeah. Okay, I've got the here.
So, we did manage to get the sports ball and
You did?
lots of basketball stands.
Oh, okay, that's really good. Get to shoot them. University in Leicester, so DMU. So where's your toilet? Buffalo University. It's just there.
I know this isn't as close as a basketball. Could you sign it?
You want me to sign it? Yeah?
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah. Hold on. Just take a video. Hold on, yeah? Hold on, do it again. Sorry.
We can get you to sign our basketball later on.
Yeah, here you go. That's right.
Right, now that's Mal. Can I have you all lined up?
If there's anything in life that you don't currently have right now, it's because of who you are and how you think. What I need you to do is I need you to find a reason to keep going. And if you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it because you're human. Every human has what it takes to get past whatever they're going through if they decide to. Push through it. Push through it. Tragedy and trials come to everybody. Only the strong survive. Listen to me very closely. Y'all running from obstacles when in fact it's the obstacle that's gonna take you to the next level. Like y'all running from pain, y'all running from challenges. You telling me how difficult your life is. Do you understand it is the difficulty that's gonna prepare you and take you to that next level?
To grow the individual will to become something, you must get comfortable with fear and failure. They must be your best friends. They're the only one that moves that needle of life. And the difference between a champion and someone who's forgotten is that a champion shows up. That's the only thing. Every day shows up. Gives himself a chance to make a difference. Because success doesn't know these things about cold or early or tired. It just knows if you showed up or not.
For some of you, when you do what you do, you act as if you have another opportunity. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. You can't just say you want it. You can't watch the video and say, I want it as bad as I want it.